Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode from the Krebsco channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own NPC battles. A lot of you want to know how do you make your own NPC battles, and so I'm going to be showing you guys a video tutorial of how to do that and touch briefly on the basics. I'm not going to go into the in-depth stuff of how you can do a little bit more advanced stuff, but I'll be showing you guys the basics of how you can actually do well, the basics of what you want to do for an NPC battle. Yay, okay, fair enough. Let's get started and just cut to the chase, Bernard. Why not? Let's cut to the chase. Alright, so first step of making an NPC battle is location. Okay, location. Skyrim actually looks a lot the same no matter where you go. It's quite gloom and doom absolutely everywhere no matter where you go, pretty much. So basically a good idea is to actually switch on over to your tactical or your map and just look for a place to actually, well, do your battles. Get a good sort of place to do them as well, just because well, the atmosphere really does help in terms of doing that. Now admittedly, I have not played this entire game yet. Okay, I am a studying pharmacist. I work in a pharmacy, so honestly I don't have time to play this game all the time, but I like to play it in my free time, and so I'm going at my own pace. So admittedly, I don't know every single brilliant place to do battles in yet. So basically a good idea is switch on over to your map, find a place that you like to actually do your battle, and head on over to there. So just for the sake of making things nice and easy, we'll just do it at our place that we are at right now. This place is quite actually quite crummy, to be honest. I mean, it's quite dark and everything here, but oh well, it'll do. And basically what do you want to do next? So step 2 is to think of what you want to put against each other. Now, say if I was going to do something easy like werewolves versus vampires, okay, nothing special there, then all I'd have to do is, well, I'll tell you guys in a second, okay? But briefly before we get onto that, basically there's two things that we need to turn off first off, okay? If you switch on over to the console, as you guys can see, that little black thing that's sort of stretched up halfway up the screen, if you press the, I don't even know what kind of key that is, above the tab key on your computer. By the way, I don't believe you can do this on a Xbox 360 or PS3. I'm sure you could if you could hack your system somehow, but I'm not even going to go into that because I have absolutely no idea. But this is for the PC only, by the way, guys, okay? So basically, when you switch on over to this console command configuration, what you want to type in is two things, okay? TAI, right, like that. As you guys can see, watch this in full screen, by the way, so you can actually see what I'm doing. TAI and hit enter. Okay, as you guys can see, all AI processing is off. So that basically means all the script that the AI has is basically non-existent. It's not going to do anything. It's literally just going to stand there. Other thing that you also want to turn off is TCAI, okay? That's all combat AI processing. You might be asking me what's the difference? Basically, the AI processing is the master command. It's like all the AI processing. If you just turn off the combat stuff, they won't fight, but they'll still be moving around and stuff like that because the AI processing is still on. So basically those are the two things you want to actually turn off, just to make things easier, okay? So if you just turn off the combat thing by itself, they'll still be moving around. If you turn off the AI thing by itself, well, I don't know, it's just a lot easier this way. You'll learn from a few specific situations that it's better to turn off both of these at the same time. Okay, so now that they're all off, now let's think about making some wolves in that. So in order to actually find the code for wolves, what we type in is help, okay, help. Then we type in werewolf. So not werewolves or something, it's just singular. So werewolf and then 0, okay? So you can see help space werewolf space 0. And this will bring us up a big list of stuff. Now you can see the various names. Now you can actually see a code in the center. It's actually 8 digits long. This is having to do with not binary, but actually like, what do you call it, scripting and stuff like that. And addresses, 8-digit addresses. So basically what you want to do after that, you got an address right beside the name of, say, werewolf. You can see other ones like werewolf Varger and stuff like that, but say we just want a normal werewolf. What we do is type in player, so that's us, period, place at me, and then we type in the code FF000A57, for example, and then say we want to spawn 5 wolves, okay? And then you just type in 5 and then you hit enter. Alright, so there you go. There's 5 werewolves right in front of us. As you guys can see, they're not attacking me because TCAI and TAI is off. Now, say if we want to do 5 vampires, so we do the exact same thing. Help, vampire, and then 0. That'll bring up a whole code of vampires. Now we type in player, So basically this means us, the player, and saying basically player place at me. So it's saying place at me, the player, okay? And then type in place at me, and then FF001024 for just the bottom vampire, for example. I mean, as you guys can see, there's master vampires, vampire fledgling, so tons and tons of different ones. And so you get to just choose. By the way, if you want to actually scroll up, what you have to do is press page up or down. So if you guys know beside your numpad keys, page up or down, you can scroll through the various lists of different ones. Alright, so there we go. And now let's type in, say, 5 vampires, for example. And there you go. There's 5 vampires, right? And they've all spawned. Now, in order to actually make these battles successful, what's the point of us dying, okay? Now, we need to make this successful. What you want to do is a few different things, okay? First off, you want to, well, make sure that you have God mode on. So TGM, okay? And what that will do is turn on your God mode, right? TGM. So that's the first step. Now, what you also want to do is make sure that you're near the guys over here. See, if you just want to watch the battle as it is, then fair enough, just do this. But these guys are going to be able to normally detect you. So what you want to do is actually, say, get down into a crouch position and you still want to hear him. What you want to do is actually type in, or we'll get a few items that can give you invisibility. Alright, so say if I go to my inventory, if we go to one of my potions, I've actually got this potion of grand elixir of escape. As you guys can see, invisibility for 55 seconds, really useful, eh? So basically what I do is I use an item code for that. I'm not going to tell you the exact specifics for that, because I can't remember what it is, but it's something like player add item and then whatever the code of the grand elixir of escape is. And so basically once you have that, just favorite it or something. Mine is set to 4, for example. And what you want to do is just activate it. So now I'm invisible, they can't see me, right? But now this is just the normal view. They can still sort of, you know, you can't really get around the battlefield so as you'd like it. You want it to be third person and free roaming camera, right? So again, console commands TFC, and that will basically take us to a free roam. Now, as you guys can see, I'm detached from my body, and now I have basically an out-of-body experience, and I can actually go around the map and just fly about as I so wish. One thing to note when you're TFC is that you still only hear the stuff where your guy was standing. So basically, I could go all the way out there, for example, maybe I'd see like a wolf or something like that, and they'd be fighting against each other, wolves or something, they'd be fighting against each other, but I wouldn't hear it at all because my guy is still technically over here. So basically, once you have that done, now you've also got the bars, like the menu bars that you want to get rid of. So again, over to the console command and type in TM, right? There you go, and there you go. So now it's all deactivated. Just before I start a battle, what I will do is actually have them all like up and ready like this. And what I'll actually do is I'll head over to my console command. You can see it's activated because it's totally paused. Everything's paused. You just can't see the menus right now. And what I'll do is activate the TCAI and TAI again. So for the sake of you guys seeing this, I'll type in TM so you guys can see the menu. Now TCAI and TAI. Now you can see they're both activated again. Now switching off the menu, and let's begin.
Never should have come here.
And just make sure I've got my thing on, and there you go. You can see the werewolves and that are fighting against each other. So that is how you can actually make your own NPC battle. Hopefully you can make something more interesting than this was. I mean, these guys are just running away, but that is just the basics of how to make an NPC battle. Well, just a few steps. Obviously it seems like a lot, but honestly once you get a hang of it, it's really nothing. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course until next time, I will catch you all later.